Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. I just got back from the gym and I'm having a cold beer to try to repair all the damage that it's caused me. But the good thing is that I think I'm finally able to show you a good smelting setup. So first of all, on the unloading side, this is the thing that I was trying to make last time that will allow me to unload from 6 chests at a time. Now, one thing that's bothering me a little bit is I don't have any ore trains in the depot right now. So we're gonna have to beef up the iron smelting, which I will work on soon. But in any case, this 3 inserter setup. What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Why did I get an empty train? Oh, there's no weight condition. Okay. And there's another one. No, that one's okay. Okay, that one did unload. All right, sorry about that. And it's empty already. Okay, so anyway, these 3 inserters will unload 41.3 or 41.5 items per second onto a blue belt, right? You can see it's not completely saturated. But in this case, that's okay because we're trying to get full blue belts of plates coming out. And because we have a 20% productivity bonus, we don't need completely full belts of ore coming in to get completely full belts of plates coming out, which we should be able to see up here once, I mean, if I can keep it running long enough to have all the furnaces running at the same time, right? So you can see that we're getting nearly full belts. I think they would be full if we could get it running long enough before we run out of ore. Okay. So this is the design that I'm going to use for unloading ore into this smelting situation I got here. Right, so we've got the 8 columns. I removed the 4 that were over here and moved them to the other side. So this is now in the center. It made it much easier to arrange the belts, as you can see. So we have 2 blue belts, nearly saturated blue belts of ore coming in. We get 2 full blue belts of plate coming out. 3 inserters are not fast enough to unload a full blue belt. So I decided to send one of the belts to the other side. But you can see that each column is still feeding the same cargo wagon, right? So this belt goes and feeds from this side, and then this belt jumps across and feeds from the other side. So I'm still maintaining that 1-to-1 relationship between the input cargo wagon and the output cargo wagon. And here, 6 inserters is more than fast enough to completely unload a blue belt. And then, ooh, I forgot. There's one missing. I think that's the only one that I missed. Yeah. And then when a train comes in here to load, now we have 12 inserters loading the train, so it loads very, very quickly. Okay, so I'm finally happy with this. We've got full beacon coverage, right? 14 sources, which are the 12 surrounding it, plus the 2 modules inside the smelter. So you can see it's going very fast, getting that productivity bonus about once a second or so. Okay, now the issue is that I'm just not able to feed it ore very fast. And the other thing that I did here is I changed the formula here to 2 minus iron ore. So that way it'll send up to 2 trains at a time. And this will give us 2 trains worth of inventory as well when done this way. Because just bringing one and then waiting for it to leave before the next one is sent is not fast enough to feed this thing. We have to do 2 at a time. Okay, so this I would say is the end game smelter for this series at least. So we'll put another one over here for iron. Hopefully that'll be all that we need. And then we'll put 2 of those for copper. How am I doing on copper plate? I'm doing fine. I have enough. Yeah. So, so what I'm going to have to do is tear this down. I think maybe what I'll do instead is, since this one is empty already, I'll just tear this one down. I'll tear down copper 1. I'll put a copy of this over here. And then once that's running, then I'll take apart copper 2, and then we'll eventually replace that as well. And then we'll use something like this as the input for our green circuit production once we get to that point. Okay, so that is the smelting. So I think we can say that smelting's been fixed. Now the other thing is that when this is running, well, we can see already we're getting close to our power limit. Remember, we have 2.2 gigawatts of power potential right now with these 2 reactor arrays. So that's a little closer than I like to be. So what I'm going to do in this episode is add a 3rd reactor array. And then the additional smelting, I think I'll probably just do offline, since you've already seen me build one. We don't need to see another one. And then I'm going to make myself a little exit here. So that when I park there with my train, I can get out without having to wait for the ore train to leave, if there happens to be one there. Okay, there we got 2 ore trains pretty quick. Yeah, you can see, you know, there's a few points in time where it glitches a little bit and it's not completely compressed. I'm not quite sure why that is. Looks like it might be happening here. On that 9th one. You know, this might be better. I mean, I really don't want to rebuild this at this point, but it might be better in some cases to insert into a chest and then from the chest onto the belt. Or from the ore, or the ore into a chest, and then the chest into the furnace. We might be having like small moments in time where there's no ore in the machine. But anyway, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I don't want to rebuild it. So we'll take that as something to investigate next time. All right, so let's go back to my main station here, and I'm going to grab some reactors. We can look at the blueprint to see what we need. All right, we need 8 reactors, 200 heat pipes, and where can I put this? I guess I'll put it in here. And then we need 112 exchangers. And 224 turbines. Let's see, that's 100, that's 130. So we need 94 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. Great. What was it? 112. This can be 200. And then I think I have reactor set at 8. All right, it's set at 10. All right. Let's go. And then I'm going to need to make a bunch of offshore pumps. How many was that? 12. Changes to 3. Okay, and let's get it out of the way. Now that station should be active. Yeah, it is. So 1 and 3 are both active, so our train should be coming back this way. Okay, well, that was easy. Now that I've got the blueprint, it doesn't take very long. All right, and then I'm going to copy all of that. Just the pipes, though. What is it saying that we need? Oh, right, we need the stack filter inserter. And that'll get us some fuel. Okay, now we can, you know what? I need some landfill. I need to put one more tile there. and then we'll be done with that. This is actually surprisingly fast. Okay, how are we doing over here? Aren't you loaded? Oh, I didn't add it to the schedule. There we go. Now it should be coming. And I guess I'll set these all on the same level. To make it consistent. Okay, and we're done. Just need to wait for it to get hot. And we're already starting to get there. Awesome. Okay, so now we have 3.3 gigawatts of power. And you know, now that I think of it, I don't need all these stations, because these are all on the same robot network. So I really only need one of these stations. But I do kind of like having all three of them. So we'll just leave it like that. Okay, we have more power. All right, so the next thing I wanted to do is upgrade the mining with beacons. As I said much earlier in the series, the plan here was to have a row of beacons in between these rows of miners. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, folks, at the beginning of the game, or at the beginning of the series, I had made some comments about making my own ore patches using Creative Mod. And I asked people on Discord if they wanted me to do that, or if they wanted me to be making new ore patches all the time. And on Discord, the vote was split. On YouTube, the majority of people said that I should create new mining outposts whenever my patches get depleted. Like this one is almost useless now, right? This wagon is not getting anything, right? So I've been renaming them Done so that they don't get used anymore. And at first, my plan was to respect the results of the vote, but I don't want to keep making new mining patches, and I don't think anyone really wants to watch me do it again and again and again. So I am going to use Creative Mod between now and the next episode, or I'll even put it on. I can even let you watch me do it. What I'll do is I'll install Creative Mod, and then there's a tool where you can create ore patches. And it's kind of like, you have a selection where you set, okay, this is the type of ore I want. This is the amount that I want, which is the amount per tile. I'm going to set it to 10 million. That's the maximum. And then I'll just select a region like that, and boom. I've got 10 million ore per tile on that whole area. And then when you hover over the mining drill, it'll tell you that there's 250 million bits of ore underneath each mining drill, right? Which means that it'll likely not run out before the series is complete. So I'm going to keep the ones that I have now, and I think I'm going to do that so that I can continue to use these ones that I've already set up, as well as these new ones. And then we'll see if I don't know if that's going to be enough. I might still have to make more, pardon me, just to feed enough in. But after that, if I need to make more, then I'll just put some mining down here, and I'll create the patches, and right, and then we'll be done with it. So that's my plan. Okay, this one appears to be at temperature all the way up and down. Yeah, so we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. So, in the meantime, I would like to add some beacons to some of the mines, if not all of them. Let's see. I want to see how many trains I have going to each one. All right, so if I click on one of these stations at the depot, so these are all my iron trains. And I've got, going to number 1 load, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 going to number 2. And then I only have 4 going to number 3, which is the biggest one. So that's kind of silly. I should probably move some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I suppose that's okay. I mean, especially once I refresh the patch, as I just said I would. So let's go over there and let's start at iron 1. No, actually, how many modules do I have with me? I only have 102 modules, so I'm going to need more. So let's go to the module factory first. I'm going to need a lot of speed modules. Nice. I should probably just put some chests over here so I can load directly into the train. But for now, I'll just grab as many as I can. And then we'll go back to making more. All right, iron 1. Now in iron 3, I have speed modules in the drills already. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's do it in this video. I'll pause recording. I'm going to load up the mod, and then I'll come back so that we can create the mod together, so you'll know what it is that I did and what that looks like. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've loaded Creative Mod. And then when you open it for the first time, it asks if you want to enable it, and you can say yes or yes with cheats. I'm just going to say yes. I don't want all the cheats active. And then I'll go up here, and then what I want is the magic wand, the creator. And I want copper ore. And the resource amount, I want to set to the maximum. I'll leave all of that the way that it is. Oh, you know what? Actually, I want iron. What the heck is that noise? Oh, okay. It's my bots. There we go. Okay. So if we're to leave this at 8 lanes, let me put that there. So what I would want is, I want to go 1 tile beyond where the mining drills are. Okay, so that's going to start right here. Actually, before I even do that, I don't have my ore eraser, do I? Okay. Well, I'll create the new ore, and then I'll come back with the ore eraser and I'll get rid of everything else. So it'll be nice and clean. Okay, so I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go all the way up to there. And all the way across to there. Okay. And now you can see... Huh. Okay. So it looks like it only placed it on the tiles where there was an ore already. And that's not quite what I want. So I think I am going to need the ore eraser before I can do this the way that I'm wanting to do it. So I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. I got the ore eraser. Just FYI, ore eraser is not updated for 0.18 yet, at least not officially. But you can modify the file to make it work. I'm not going to explain how that's done because I don't want to have any issues with the mod creator or anything. But if you go to the Factorio mod site and look into the discussion for ore eraser, you'll find how to do it. That's where I found it. Okay, so let's try this again. So we need to start one tile. I think right there is the right spot. Yes, indeed. And then we go all the way over to there. $250 million. Okay. And they're not working. I wonder why that is. Do I have to pick them up? Okay. Well, that's a small price to pay, I suppose. Let me get rid of some stuff here. I won't need any belts. Okay, so let's pick up mining drills. And then we'll replace all the mining drills. With modules this time. Okay. Okay. So now we got the speed module 3s. And we just copy that a few times. I'll go around the train. Yeah, so you can see already that's going much faster than it did before. Okay, and now it's time to really speed things up with beacons. Oh my gosh, okay, good. Let me recreate my passenger station. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you know what? These can all be normal signals. Okay, so I'm going to rename these to load. I'll send this one to my passenger station. Right, it says there's no path. There will be in a second. Okay, now there's a path. There we go. And I'm going to need some more modules. Actually, I'm going to need a lot more modules. Not that many. Okay. All right, so let's throw up some beacons. And this is where things are going to get fun. Okay. So I'm just going to put them right in front just because of the spacing here. It's a little awkward. And then I'll put another one on the end. And this way each of the drills should be covered. Pardon me, should be covered by 3 beacons. Yeah, so number of effect sources is 6. Look at that. Okay, and then we just repeat this. Okay. So now we're doing some mining. What's up with this guy? Oh, that's the one that I put down before. Didn't get picked up. Okay, so let me grab more beacons. And we'll try to get these all placed. Okay, yeah, this train just got here. Right, so you can see that that's filling up pretty fast. And when we get to really high levels of mining productivity, it's going to be very fast. Like on Alexi's map, the trains were filling like in 15, 20 seconds, something like that. Okay, so this is a big step up, but this is also going to be consuming lots more power than we have been. So that's the other thing that we have to, be somewhat careful about. Let's see, is that one done? Yeah. Right, so if we do this with all of our ore patches, which I intend to do, then we'll be in very good shape. Okay, so that's iron 1 done. That gives us 8 lanes, and I think I've got, oh, yeah, that's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've got 8 trains. I could even assign a couple more trains to this because it wouldn't hurt us if we had a couple in the stacker. But you know, I'll do the same with the other patches. You know, you can see each patch has 249 million resources underneath it. I don't expect we'll have to do this again in this series, but I'll keep this. I'll keep this like that. I'll update the other ore patches in a similar fashion. I'll put beacons and modules, assuming that I have enough of them. And then from that point forward, I don't expect we'll need to worry too much about mining anymore. And I think I'll you know, like down here, we need some help. And then I'll probably create a patch like this for coal and another one for stone, so that we have those taken care of as well. Because my stone and my coal patches are actually quite small. Right? They're not too big. Demand has been very low so far, so it hasn't been an issue, but it will become one at some point. Okay, so that's how we'll take care of iron. I'll do the same for all the copper. So we'll keep the 3 iron patches and the 2 copper patches. I think, yeah, it's only 2, right? Yeah, and the 2 copper patches that we have, I'll set them up that way, and hopefully nobody will get too disgusted and call me a cheater. But you know, I'm just trying to balance, you know, quality gameplay with time. You know. Setting up ore patches is not a big challenge anymore, and it's not terribly interesting anymore either. So I'll continue to work on that, and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.